You hear film people say it all the time. Diegetic and non-diegetic. But what does that actually mean? Well, diegetic refers to anything that exists inside the story world. We're talking anything that the character can see, hear, or interact with. That's going to include, say, dialogue, props, objects, even sound that they could hear, like a clock ticking in another room. Non-diegetic elements exist outside of that world. They are created solely for the audience. You can think of like a musical score at a scene, a narrator's voiceover, on-screen text. Anything that the character can't see, hear, touch, or interact with. Now, sound in movies obviously didn't start the way we know it now. Before the late 1920s, films were largely silent, and music was provided live in theaters by pianists, organists, or even small orchestras. Those sounds were outside of the cinematic world, analogous to non-diegetic sound, because they weren't part of the film's narrative world. Then came the age of synchronized sound. Once talkies became standard, filmmakers began making intentional choices about what sounds characters could hear versus what only we could hear. Diegetic sound became a way to ground the audience in realism and place the viewer inside the narrative. Non-diegetic sound became a tool to steer emotion, set tone, and heighten dramatic impact. And classic films show how these distinctions work really well. In 1942's Casablanca, the song As Time Goes By is introduced diegetically when Sam plays it on the piano in Rick's bar, and then its melody threads into the non-diegetic score to underscore Rick and Elsa's emotional arc. In the 1960s Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, Bernard Herrmann's razor-stabbing string score plays non-diegetically. The character obviously can't hear it. But it dramatically shapes the audience's terror in that famous shower scene. And some films really play with this kind of line. For example, Shaun of the Dead. It has a scene where they play Queen's Don't Stop Me Now. It's coming from a jukebox within the scene so that the characters can hear it. Diegetic. But the action is even choreographed to the beats, so it's kind of set for us to get this comic rhythm non-diegetically. And beyond classic Hollywood, filmmakers continued to stretch those lines. I mean, directors let music that starts non-diegetically appear to originate from within a character's world, or vice versa, producing a sensory shift that kind of makes the audience more aware of the sound's power in the whole story to begin with. And so understanding diegetic versus non-diegetic sound isn't really just about being a film nerd or being an academic. It's a lens for seeing how movies use auditory cues to control mood, emphasize narrative beats, and even deepen our emotional engagement.